Yo, 6 foot menace is demented. Grab it like, where the fucking rented. Looking lights out, feel like Rocky, I ain't going on no sucker.
The Looksmaxing epidemic has gotten even worse. Video by Cameron. As someone who's known about the Looksmaxing community before it became like a thing, I'd probably say before it kind of popped off this year, but it kind of like started a little bit last year, I'd say. And it's kind of replacing the whole red pill community, because everybody that used to be quote unquote red pill kind of goes, I wouldn't say, when you think about Looksmaxing, it's more so in tune with the black pill, and which I don't even want to go into it because the black pill in itself is very sad. But yeah, man, the Looksmaxing community, it's more so tied, like I said, it's tied to the black pill, more so about like genetic determinism and all this other stuff. Bro, I used to be heavy into into the black pill, but nah, I don't ascribe to that ideology anymore. But yeah, damn, it's crazy. I used to be like that, but yeah, the Looksmaxing epidemic is getting worse. Video by Cameron. Let's see what Cameron has to say about it. I'll add in my 2 cents here and there. As usual, this video is definitely getting posted. I do not record anything that does not get posted. Let's get into it. Give you my take on it.
Like, I'm sorry, but the Looksmaxing community is one of the most insecure and sad communities I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, bro, it is the gayest stuff on the planet. It's literally dudes, more so prepubescent boys or like 15 and 16-year-olds analyzing other grown men, bro, essentially, and then making cringy little edits about them and essentially worshipping them because they were born quote unquote attractive, or they possess certain traits which they in themselves wish they had, which is kind of dumb, bro. Be grateful for what you have, man. A lot of people don't have what you have and would wish to be in your position. That's kind of how I see it. That's kind of how I look at life. Just be grateful for what you do have. You know what I mean? You may not have a chiseled jawline, but nigga, at least you can walk, bro. I mean, at least you aren't living in object poverty, bro. At least you have a roof over your head. Hey, just what I'm saying. I'm rambling. This video is 24 minutes. Damn. Be a long reaction. These niggas are losers, bro.
So what you just watched was a Looksmaxing or black pill edit of me, because a few months ago I made a video about the cringe world of Looksmaxing, calling out how this Looksmaxing epidemic is pretty cringe and it's toxic because it's just making you hyper focus on these small things that you really shouldn't be worried about. No one's perfect, so why try to do all these things to be perfect? And me being right, these Looksmaxers decide to make an edit of me calling it cope and calling me a sub 5, saying that I'm ugly. And in that video I also called them out for making these weird edits, flexing other dudes' looks, yet they wouldn't even show their face on their account. And when I did that, they would claim that I was proving the black pill right. When in that video, I never said that looks don't matter. I just said that looks aren't everything. And of course, if you're gonna sit there making videos of other people's looks, I would expect you to have your face on your account, especially when you're making fun of people's looks who have birth defects. Like, they made a whole edit on this one dude, basically calling him ugly and saying that it's over for him because he has a cleft lip. It's disgusting. Look, I may not be the most attractive guy in the world, but I have many other qualities that people will like. And I promise you, this dude who has a cleft lip as well has many qualities that other people would like. Call it cope, but in my honest opinion, I call it being grateful and being optimistic, which is what a lot of these Looksmaxers and black pillars lack. I'm grateful that I don't wake up every single day hating the way I look to the point where I'm smashing my skull in with a hammer. But honestly,
wait, also, the thing about these people, the Looksmaxing community, I don't understand. Bro, looks can only get you so far. At the end of the day, bro, what gets people, you could be the most attractive nigga on the planet, but like, if you have a garbage personality, you're not entertaining, you're not funny, you're not anything, it really won't matter. You might be able to get whatever it is, but eventually the looks are gonna fade, bro. Not they're gonna fade, people are gonna become used to the look. in essence. Sure, you might be able to keep them for like a few days or like a few months or whatever it is, maybe a few weeks, but ultimately once they do learn your true personality and they see that this nigga is not even that worth it, not worth it, but he's not entertaining, he's not funny, there's nothing about him, they are not going to stick around. I can tell you that. Looks only lasts so long, trust me. I've definitely for sure been with people, not been, I've definitely for sure interacted with people who were interested, who were very attractive in the onset when I met them, but like as soon as I learned about like the character, what came along with it, everything about them, they were no longer that interesting, and I essentially pulled back, I'd say. So again, it's not everything, bro. Oftentimes you meet someone, maybe they're not that attractive, whatever, but over time they kind of grow on you. And it's sad that it is like that, but they grow on you and then you become genuinely friends with these people, and then it doesn't matter anymore. So again, bro, just go out there, man. Don't use this as like a way to like not put pressure on yourself, but kind of be insecure and not move how you want to move simply because of the fact that you don't like yourself. Love yourself, bro, wholeheartedly for every single flaw, regardless. Always my message, always what I'm gonna preach about, bro. Everything. It doesn't matter if it's a flaw, bro. The people that rock with you, the people that mess with you, gonna mess with you regardless. And the people that's not gonna rock with it, you don't even want them. They weren't gonna mess with you regardless. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter how much effort you put into it, whatever, to try and hide it or whatever, they're never gonna mess with it. So stick with the people that like you, bro. For you, as corny as it is. Get into it.
See, if you're a Looksmaxer and you hate my opinion on this stuff, make way more edits of me calling me chopped, all this stuff. The more you guys make, the more I'll make videos on this stuff. I'll make a whole video reacting to your guys' Looksmaxing edits of me. Please make them. That would be hilarious. But yeah, in today's video, we're going to talk about Looksmaxing once again. And later in this video, we'll actually take a look at the comments on my last video, because a lot of people disagreed with me. Also, another thing, I can't lie, in that video, I did get a few things wrong. Like, I didn't know some of the terms for the certain facial bones, and also just some of the Looksmaxing terms and scales of Looksmaxing slash black pill. But my overall point was that this Looksmaxing stuff is cringe. And once again, don't get me wrong, looks do matter, but don't make it your top priority to the point where you're hitting yourself in the face with a hammer at 15 years old.
This is how to bone smash. I have my Sharpie here. See this area right here? Your cheekbones, your zygos right here.
Wait,
I'm just going to be marking where I'm going to be doing it. In these two areas. I'm just going to start hammering at this.
Wait, before he gets into it, this is disgusting, but all of this is just, bro, ask yourself a question. Do you honestly believe this guy would be doing this if no one was going to see it? No, bro, he's only doing this because he thinks people are going to like him even more, or he's going to get some type of validation or some type of thing from it. Bro, if this nigga was the only person on the planet doing, if this nigga was the only person on the planet, he wouldn't even be doing this. I think that's the question you got to ask yourself, kinda. Like, when you're stressing about this type of thing, it's like, if I was the only person on the planet, if no one really cared about this thing, would I still do it? And if the answer is no, then it shows that you're only doing it for validation, or you're doing it because you think it's going to give some type of approval. Other people are going to give it to you when that necessarily isn't the case. So you don't have to do this, man. Let's see what this dude is in.
I'm just going to be doing a shorter version. Normally I do it 5 minutes on each side. So 10 minutes in total. I'm just going to do a short thing.
Ad, bro. Guys, you gotta start subbing, bro. I can't afford YouTube Premium right now, bro. Come on, bro. And then my Wi-Fi is lagging. Damn. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, finish. I can skip the ad. Yeah, I can. So I can go back to my video. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Come on. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you gotta brace your head.
This is a young guy hitting his face with the hammer to look better. I don't care what your stance is, but you can't tell me that this is good. As a society, this shouldn't be something that's celebrated, in my opinion. While there is some science to it, they do this because of Wolff's Law, which is the principle that bones adapt their structure in the response of the mechanical stress placed on them. Some Muay Thai fighters actually do this to condition their shins. They'll kick hard metal poles to create microfractures so that when they repair, their shins just become even stronger. But again, I don't think this is good, especially to young men. Number one, you can get extremely hurt from doing this. Number two, you'll never be satisfied after it. You'll search for the next thing you can change. And number three, it's going to frame your entire worth around your appearance. And the day that you don't look good to the Looksmaxing standard, you're going to feel terrible about yourself. Like, hyper focusing on your looks is just going to drive you insane to the point where you're on these forums trying to see how to get rid of the left chin hair on your face because it stands out too much. That's what these Looksmaxers are on. These dudes could do every single tactic and get every single surgery in the world to look attractive, and they still wouldn't be satisfied. And that's the sad part about this. A lot of young men are going down this pipeline, and it's toxic. Like the guy who was bone smashing in that recent video. That guy is young. He doesn't have his age or anything in his bio, but he looks about maybe 16, 17 years old. He's not even finished with puberty yet, and he's trying to change his facial structure. That is bad. And speaking of changing your facial structure, one thing that's popular with the Looksmaxing community is this thing called a double jaw surgery, which is a procedure done by doctors that repositions both the upper and lower jaws at the same time to correct severe misalignments and improve facial aesthetics. And this is something that's really only needed when you have a severe jaw misalignment, like a severe overbite or severe underbite. But these Looksmaxers glorify this surgery because the befores and afters are extremely dramatic, and it changes your bone structure and your side profile. And from doing this as a Looksmaxer, you can go from low on the scale to pretty high on the scale. A double jaw surgery slash Bimax would genuinely changed my life. And the crazy part is, this isn't even a bad looking dude. I promise you, he's probably pulling a bunch of girls, right? But he's so hyper focused on getting this double jaw surgery because he went down the Looksmaxing pipeline, when in reality, he doesn't need this double jaw surgery. I mean, look at the dude. He thinks that this double jaw surgery is gonna make him look perfect, when in reality, if he were to get this, he'd look for the next thing to get and the next thing to get, and he'll never be satisfied after that. And he's also acting like this thing can't go wrong. I mean, there's plenty of botched surgeries out there. I don't know, y'all may disagree with this, but I'm just not a fan of these surgeries unless they're really needed. Getting these surgeries in the hopes of going up on the Looksmaxing scale is just pretty stupid. This dude doesn't need surgery, he just needs character. He needs self-confidence. And I can see he already has confidence, you know? But just be confident enough in yourself that you don't need that double jaw surgery to pull even more girls. Maybe become funnier, maybe build more character. Building that character starts after you realize that no one in this world is perfect, so why try to strive for perfection? In my opinion, you don't need all these extreme procedures done yourself. Groom yourself properly, have good hygiene, hit the gym, eat well, build good character, and that's really all you need. You don't need these extreme surgeries or dangerous tactics to pull women, bruh. And the whole reason I really wanted to revisit this Looksmaxing topic is because it's gotten even more popular since my last video.
Again, I want to go back to it, guys. I want to go back to it. The thing with these types of individuals is they genuinely believe that they have to reach perfection in order to get women, bro. Once you understand that the bar, bro, the bar to enter, not the bar to enter, I'd say the bar to be able to pull is not that high, bro. Like, it's actually lower than most of you guys actually think. In most cases, these girls are willing to take anything, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're willing to take anything, and just the slightest crumb of anything, dog. Like, you don't need to do all of this. But the thing with these dudes is it kind of creates this, like Cameron is saying in the video, they're gonna go strive for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and they're never gonna be content, because in their mind they can only get this quote unquote validation or this attention from the other gender if they reach this quote unquote perfection, which doesn't even exist. Then when you think about it, you don't have to do all of this just to get anything. In essence, it's gonna make you even less, bro. It's gonna make you even less because it's gonna make you more and more insecure in yourself. And let's be real, bro, the only thing I'd say you don't want to have when you're dealing with women is like insecurities or being insecure in yourself. You should be confident and believe in yourself. Not confident, believe in yourself, but like be okay and content with what it is that you do, God, and don't be weird and be watching a bunch of look maxing, because that's the thing also. These dudes that are heavy into looks maxing, they'll essentially dissect faces, looking for symmetry and all these other stuff. Like they even have like so many terminologies, bro. It's crazy, but it becomes sort of like the whole character in a sense. That's all they talk about. That's all they're interested in. They never want to do anything else. They never want to talk about anything else. And it just, in essence, it's detracting away. Yeah, you may look good, but if you're like highly insecure, you don't want to do anything. You're like constantly on edge. Every time you don't look a certain way, you lose confidence in yourself and whatever, bro. It's going to mess you up, and you don't want to be that guy. Trust me, bro. You genuinely don't want to be that guy. So again, bro, you don't have to achieve perfection to be able to get with women, bro. You don't have to. The bar, in a sense, is pretty low, bro. Just, again, I always say this, I think in almost every video I've made so far, be confident in yourself and believe in yourself. Ultimately, that's all you need, bro. That's all you need to be able to pull or get what it is you want to get. And yeah, man, ultimately, that's it. That's all you need.
People are considering it mainstream now because recently there's been an influencer popping off by the name of Clavicular, who's a 19-year-old who's apparently the looks-maxing god to these.
I've heard of Clavicular, bro. Doesn't he take meth? Doesn't Clavicular literally take meth to suppress his appetite, bro? That is insane. The lengths these niggas are willing to go. This guy Clavicular is literally taking drugs to suppress his appetite just so he can look lean, bro. Just so he can stay lean. If that is not sickness, I don't know what is, in my opinion. This dude is crazy.
Losers, and he's super dedicated to looksmaxing to the point where it's taken over his whole life. Like, this guy's a teenager still, but his whole world is looksmaxing. All he cares about is mogging, which, if you're unfamiliar with the term, it basically means to outshine whoever's next to you. Let's say me and you take a picture and I look better than you. That means that I mogged you, and that's this dude's goal in life, to look better than other people.
But it's kind of crazy to like realize how mainstream like looksmaxing actually is. I remember when all of this was like such basement dwelling activities, like, bro, like the niggas, you had to be in the know to know this type of information. I still remember stuff like Rehab Room and WDR and all these other crazy YouTubers. But it's crazy how far not the black pill, yeah, because looksmaxing is essentially black pill. It's black pill content, and it's kind of crazy to see like how mainstream it's gotten to the point where the average person knows what mogging is. But bro, this used to be me, man. I used to be talking about mogging back in the day, bro. I still remember I used to talk to my friend about this, and he thought it was the gayest thing on the planet, bro. And he sure was right. I should have listened to him, but yeah, eventually get out of it. But I think it's also an age thing, man. I think once you get older and you kind of have your own experiences and realize that, you know, it's not all about this and that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people and all that other stuff. You come into your own, basically growing and getting better. I think you'll realize. And I think that's what's going to happen with a lot of these guys. They'll kind of realize that this is so stupid and pointless and it's only making them miserable. Hey, life could be so much better on the other side. I think that's what's going to happen to a lot of them.
And to get compliments from other people from looking better.
I mean, the goal is to mog, okay? I just want to mog. I don't give a about getting girls. I don't give a about that shit. I want to mog people, right? I want to walk into a room and people are like, holy shit, look at this guy.
Like, this is just sad. Maybe it's because when he was like super young, he just wasn't seen enough, so he feels that if he does all this stuff, he's going to be more seen. It's just sad, and you can see that this dude is insecure. And what makes me think this is a lack of attention even more is because, I mean, there was this clip I saw of him while doing the research of this, where he was bone smashing in front of his parents, and they were telling this man to go away.
At that point in time, institutions sit down in the morning with their portfolio managers and their analysts and say, oh, they were going to make $6.
I'm not gonna lie, his parents are correct right there, bruh. I'd disown my son if he was bone smashing. This guy is the insecure final boss. He's so insecure that he can't even pick up a size.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code.
YouTube Premium, guys, please sub. I need the money. Please like my videos. I need the bread. What?
Dude isn't even a bad looking dude. No matter how much looksmaxing this guy does, he could be the best looking person in the entire world. Yet you can tell he's still insecure.
Exactly.
And that is sad. He'll never be secure with himself. And I can't lie, Clav definitely, like you can see, he's improved his looks from when he started to now. But you could also attribute that to puberty because I mean the dude, I think he started when he was like maybe 16, 17 years old, somewhere around there. And now he's 19. And since Clav just wants to mog everyone to reach this goal of being at his best, he's doing everything possible, like wearing makeup, getting surgeries, taking steroids, and even doing math. But switch that A with an E.
Wait, is it true you do math? Somebody told me you do math too.
I do math, yes. So I do math to, you know, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner. It's really not as bad as people think.
How do you take it?
Intranasally.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Like up your nose.
This dude is snorting math to suppress his appetite. This
So he
is
can stay
disgusting,
lean,
man.
bro.
There's something in me that wants to say that this dude is trolling, but I highly doubt that,
he's
considering
sick,
that
bro.
he also used to hit himself in the face with hard objects. I'm not surprised why he thinks this is just something that's okay to do.
I think men should wear makeup because it's the best way to conceal different flaws in your face without actually addressing the underlying issue.
Why
A lot
are
of
you
men are super against
concealing?
using makeup, and I don't know why. It's just about not getting caught. If you could use makeup and no one knows, then there's no reason why you shouldn't.
What kinds of makeup do you wear?
Using a microbrow pencil to fill in any gaps and growth, great way to make them look a little bit more full, a bit more striking. Anyone could have perfect eyebrows.
This is my biggest issue with this. It's all about hiding your flaws instead of embracing them. Like, nobody is perfect, and they're striving so hard to become perfect when being perfect just isn't real. It's just not real. To embrace the fact that you have flaws is to be secure with yourself. And none of these dudes care about being secure with themselves. All they care about are the compliments from others because they don't feel like they're enough in this world. And that's why they're never satisfied.
They want compliments from other dudes. This thing is gay, bro. It's gay. I think that's the only thing. It's 2025, man. But yeah, bro. They want attention from other dudes, which is crazy. Like, why? Why, bro? Like, again, I think this dude is just really insecure, bro, and he wants attention from other people. Hey, man, but like the way, the lengths, it's crazy the lengths he's willing to go to the point where he's willing to just take meth. Like, I think he said, I've seen some of his interviews, not interviews, some of his like videos where he's talking about taking steroids, where he was like, he doesn't care about longevity or being here for the long run. He just wants to be here and he wants to maximize everything and get everything just quickly and look the best he possibly can and die, basically, which is, again, crazy.
Satisfied with how they look. I think more people just gotta accept the fact that, hey, people have flaws, man. No one's perfect. I accepted the fact that I have a big forehead. I mean, I could go out and get surgery, you know, maybe get a hairline surgery or whatever to make it look better, but I'm happy with how I look. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get some sort of surgery to make my forehead smaller. This forehead.
Wear a headband, buddy. Yeah, wear a headband. Bro, as a proud member of the big forehead community, okay, look at my head. I love my forehead. I love it. I'm just wearing a headband because I'm not brushing down my edges, bro. I'm not getting it lined up soon. So yeah, I'll wear it. Wait, how do I put it on? Yeah, freak, bro. Now I can't fix it. But yeah, man, Cameron, bro, you should love your forehead the way it is, man. It's fine. It's fine, man. Love yourself how it is. I love my forehead. My big, beautiful forehead. It looks amazing. Yeah. I'm not getting a hair transplant, bro. This is how it is.
Is a staple, dog. This isn't going anywhere.
Are you spending $100,000 on surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6"?
That is more about presence. You walk into a room, people notice, right? Because people will come up to me, they'll say, "Oh, well, 6'2". You know, that's already very tall. But in terms of percentiles, it's only 91st percentile, right? 6'6", we get to 99th. I'm someone who wants to be the best, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. The unfortunate part about limb lengthening surgery is almost no one is going to be able to do it because you're going to have to be out of work.
Yeah, man. I think I'm just going to end it there. Essentially, it's crazy the length that these people are willing to go to essentially achieve perfection when they don't need to be. Essentially achieve perfection, number one. The lengths they are willing to endure, bro, from bone smashing to height surgeries to facial surgeries just to attain a certain standard of perfection, essentially just to gain the validation from other people. And again, in essence, you know, it'd be one thing if they did all of this and at the end they were happy and like they were content with themselves, but engaging in these type of activities like getting surgeries and whatever, it only makes you more insecure, bro. It's never gonna fix the issue. It's never gonna be enough. The only way to truly be content and be happy is to accept yourself how you are, just the way you are, the way you were made, the way you're supposed to be. But yeah, bro, that's my take on surgeries. I think you should only get surgeries when you actually need it. You need the plastic surgery, like when you went through like an accident, like a crazy accident, or you have like a crazy scar that happened or whatever. But I think ultimately, bro, that's your decision to make. But don't do it, bro. It's only gonna make you more insecure. And again, like I said in a few minutes ago, you don't need to achieve some type of standard of perfection to be able to get the results that it is you want or the attention that you want, especially from women if you're a dude. Just try and maximize everything that you do have and don't take it too far. Get in the gym, you know, have a face routine, you know what I mean? Grow out your hair, get it done, you know, try and dress better, get your money up. There's so many other aspects you can go down, but don't get too obsessed with it. Remember that where you are right now is okay, you know what I mean? Be content with where you are right now and essentially strive to improve it, but don't over obsess over it. You'll be okay. Essentially, that's my 2 cents on the topic. These niggas are taking it way too far. I'm gonna go now because I'm tired. I've been making videos for the past I don't know how many hours, and I'm gonna go hit the gym right now because I'm gonna work out. Yeah, that's it, bro. Just be happy, be content. You're fine where you are. Also, I'm making, like, whenever I'm talking like that, I'm mostly talking to myself because I've been these niggas. I've been there. I know what it takes. I know how it feels to be there, and I know how it feels to be on the opposite end, to be where I'm at right now, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, bro, love yourself. Love yourself. You don't need to be perfect. Accept your flaws. You will be good. Also, no one is as critical. Another point, no one is as critical of your quote-unquote flaws as you will be. No one notices that small pimple on your side, like your left cheek, on the side of your face. No one notices that your eye is your left eye is slightly bigger than your right eye. Only you notice that. No one sees it. Whenever they look at you, they just see like a normal human being. So stop it. Stop putting that pressure on yourself. You'll be fine. That's gonna be it. This video is already like 27 minutes long. This is going to be the longest reaction I've ever made. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, always peace. Also, make sure you subscribe, man. I never say that. Subscribe, like the video. I'm going to be posting. And I'm going to be posting. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Damn, I'm getting comfortable doing this also. Bye.
Be like, where the fucking friend dead? Looking lights out, feel like Rocky. I ain't going on no sucker. I'm saying anonymous to drag it. Fire, burn it up like my 11. I'm the living testament. The devil get touch me, the walls flow through me. The world don't know me. The mortal man's folly while I'm filled with the spirit's intent to get it. Then you're still alive, not a goat. I fear the holy lamb. Not for real. I fear the holy lamb.